Good afternoon, and sorry for being a minute or two late, but my son was using my phone today and he locked the rotation of it, and I didn't realize that until I was trying to go live and it told me I needed to rotate my phone. So here I am, okay, a minute or two late, and I think we're live. I hope so. I think, okay, here we are. I was just like, are we live or not? I wasn't seeing anybody. So say hello, guys. So I know who's here with me. And tonight is so needed for me, okay? After 2.5 days of paperwork and doing nothing but office stuff, it is such a reward to come back here and do some painting. And I thought I'd let you guys join and just see what I'm doing. Hi, Deb. Yep, all's good now. Okay, I figured out my phone. So I even got a new phone. I finally got that 8 Plus, you guys. Pretty sweet camera on it, so we're having some fun with it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start a Halloween pot that I've been wanting to do because I thought we needed something really cute for the candy this year. And we don't get a ton of trick-or-treaters around us, so I'm just doing a flower pot, okay, which will be plenty of candy because if there's leftover, I know I'll be the one eating it, okay? And then I'm almost done with this one, but I'm going to finish this up and then show you, because I want to do a crackle finish on it. So I'm going to show you how to do one of my crackle finishes. So let's get started and have some fun here, you guys. And hi, Priscilla and Deb. Thank you guys for joining. Okay, so since I'm in the Halloween spirit, I'm painting the base of this flower pot black, okay? And I feel like I'm just so behind everybody, okay, on getting stuff done. So I'm going to put the camera down so you guys can see what I'm doing. And I'll still talk with you. I can still see your comments here. And we can chit-chat a little bit because I've been gone. I feel like I just haven't been on my own page doing anything for a while. So I'm going to tell you what, guys, I have done. This is one of your regular terracotta flower pots. And my favorite size is what's called an 8.5-inch fern pot, okay? So it means it's shorter. It's not the real tall pots. And I just really like these. I think they're just cute. And then I've already primed it. So once I get the terracotta pot, I always wipe it down with a wet rag and just make sure that it's kind of cleaned off. And if there's any imperfections, I'll sand them out. And then I primed it, okay? So this is primed with gesso, and I'm ready to go. Now I'm gonna paint the entire thing because I'm making it more of like a candy dish. So I'm going in and out, okay? And I always love to paint the base first, okay? So I'm going to paint the whole base of this. And then as I'm waiting for my layers to dry, that's why I've got a couple of pots back here. So I figured we'd bounce from one project to the other, okay? Now I'm using one of my, just what's called a wash brush. It's an artist brush. And I like using these for applying the paint, and I just splattered over there. Good thing I put an apron on, okay? I thought maybe I could be clean tonight, but that tells me I can't. Okay, and I'm also going a little bit up onto the rim, you guys, which is okay because I want to take the rim color down, and it's easier to just make one straight line than trying to connect two perfect straight lines together. Now, if you don't have artist brushes around, you guys, definitely pull out your foam brushes because those work well too. So hi, Sue, and hi, Jane. Yes, I know. I was going to be a smart ass, okay, just because it's a little warm back here this afternoon, and I was thinking, oh, I probably don't need an apron, and I'll be fine, but I did look and decide I was wearing a white shirt, and I probably still want to keep it a white shirt, so an apron's a good thing, okay? Hopefully the apron catches all my splatters and drips since I've already started doing them. So yeah, I'm just holding on to it, and just painting on the black paint. And I'm using, oh, I should tell you guys, I'm using Deco Art Americana craft paints, you guys. Nothing too fancy here, but they work wonderful. You guys can use anything, okay? I mean, if you've got black paint, that is milk paint, if you have chalk paint, acrylics, whatever you have laying around, they'll work, okay? And you also can use your chalk paints. I always use the DIY brand, which is chalk and clay based material. So I have a tendency to go ahead and not even prime if I'm using that, but for whatever reason, I know this was prepped a long time ago because Jennifer's always prepping things thinking she's going to get back to them, and then it takes me weeks or months. Okay, I'm just painting in around the inside of the hole at the bottom. Okay, I don't want any of that primer to be showing. So who knows what I was originally thinking I was going to do with this. Hi Kay, Mike, and Vicky. Thank you guys for joining. Okay, so this has got to dry. I've got one coat on, and once this dries, I'm going to determine if one coat's going to be fine or if I'm going to have to throw another coat on. And then I'm going to have you guys help me pick out the rest of my colors. So I got some purples and oranges over here, and then I'll let you guys help me pick out that, as well as it's going to help me pick out the stencil I'm going to use. So as I'm moving on to my next project, and I did splatter here, so we're going to have to lay down some more paper towels because I was messy. Dang it. I hate being messy. So one thing I was going to talk to you guys about is I guess Facebook is doing their little acting up again, and you know, always changing the rules of the game. So if you guys want to see me come up in your feed on Facebook, if you just want, you know, to make sure you always see all my stuff, make sure to like, comment, and share this video, okay, or any of my posts, because that's how you're going to keep seeing things, because Facebook is changing their little rules again, and they just keep making it harder and harder for us to see the stuff we want to see. So if you guys would do that, that'd be awesome. And as always, I'll reward you guys for sharing the video, okay? So if you guys do share the video, I will do a giveaway tonight if we can get up to 50 shares, okay? Yeah, let me talk to you guys for a second, okay? So if we can get 50 shares on this video tonight, I'm going to give away one of the flower pot stencils, since that is what I'm doing, okay? So that'll be awesome. And to enter, you guys, just hit your share button, okay, that you shared it, and then come back here and write that you shared it, so that we will know you entered and that you're part of the giveaway. So enough of that right now. Oh, thank you guys. You're all so sweet, okay? And you know what? We just have to kind of figure out how to get around Facebook's changes and make sure that we can all see the people we really want to see, okay? And I know lately, it was like for a week or two there, I was seeing everybody again, and now all of a sudden I'm not seeing anybody, so it gets frustrating. Okay, so let me tell you guys what I was doing here. This is what I call a wet bag, okay? So it's just a baggie. It's the cheap style, not a Ziploc, okay? It's a moist paper towel, and my dirty brushes are just sitting in here, and it's keeping them from drying out so that I could put stuff away for a few days and be able to come back to it, okay? I suggest getting it in the freezer, depending on how long it's going to be till you get back to your project. Thank you, Teresa. You're so sweet. You know, one of these days I'll be back in Fresno, probably this fall when things cool off, okay? I'll come back and do a nice little visit. But, you know, Teresa, I'm not too far away. I'm just down here in Huntington Beach. Okay, so I'm working on the rim, you guys. And for those of you that are not, okay, don't fall too far here, okay? My pot's rolling away. I'm gonna put my saucer right here so it can't roll too far. For those of you that are not real familiar with my flower pot designs, each one of the flower pot patterns comes with a section for the base of the pot, okay, the main section of the pot, and there's another stencil that comes for the rim of the pot. So you always have two different sections to work with, and they're designed, they're on a curve, so they work around a tapered shape, really nice and easy, and they're great for scattering patterns on just about anything, okay, whether it's a flower pot or not. But you're always going to end up with a design for the base section and a design for the rim. So I've just matched up where I left off, and I'm just going to stencil. Now again, I'm using the acrylics, just the Americana Craft acrylics, and this color is Desert Turquoise. I'll try to say that too fast. So I'm just finishing that out, and I'm doing a dry brush technique, you guys. Oh, Vicki, thank you. That is so sweet. We love the shares to the creative friends. You just never know. Somebody might find this video that could definitely use a little art and creativity in their life. And I'll tell you, my art is still, I call it my saving grace, okay? It's my therapy, it's my sanity. I know if there's been a long day and the book work and all the other stuff about running your business just is getting daunting, okay, and overwhelming, coming back here and painting is the best thing that I could ever do for myself, okay? Sometimes it's even better than a glass of wine, you guys, okay? Okay, so all I'm doing is stenciling overlay number 1, and then once I'm done, you're going to see that I have checks that have little gaps between them. So that is where overlay number 2 will come in. And I'm just lining it up, matching the pattern. So it's pretty easy to do. That you can see on the edges of the stencil where the other color has stopped. So it's Desert Turquoise, and I think the other color is just light buttermilk. Oh, I appreciate all you guys' shares. You're so sweet. And you guys must want to win a flower pot stencil tonight, okay? So yeah, let's keep getting everybody to share, share, share. There's 27 of you on here, so we should have at least 27 shares. That's I guess an if you want to enter. But we hope you do. They're so much fun to work with. Like I said, the flower pot stencils, my gosh, I've been using them on furniture for ages, okay? They're so great on crafts and furniture. They just fit everywhere. Every time you need a small little design element, one of these patterns will fit. Okay, for those of you that don't know much about stenciling, I'm going to talk about dry brush right now. So I got a little puddle of paint over here, and I didn't put my brush like right in the middle of it. I just dragged a little bit of paint to the side, and then using a swirling motion, I'm working the paint into the brush. So once you do that, you're going to go over to your paper towel, and you're going to go wipe off what seems like almost all of it, okay? Well, Deb, the Halloween one is just started, okay? That's the black that I put on. So just make sure that you dry your brush off well, because that is one of the only ways that you prevent yourself from bleeding underneath the stencil. If you don't have a dry brush, I'll guarantee you gravity's going to pull that paint right underneath. And I know it takes a little longer to stencil this way, but you should have some beautiful, crisp, defined edges that have no bleed under, okay? So who was it that was asking? I think it was Deb or Debbie. I'm waiting for the paint to dry, so as I'm waiting for the paint to dry, I'm going back and forth between these two pots so I can finish this one. And then, like I said, I'm even going to show you guys some crackle tonight, because I want to do a crackle finish on this one as well. But the flower pots, buckets, okay, so if you get a lot of trick-or-treaters, you guys can do a bucket, okay? And those are a blast to do, and they're great, again, using the flower pot stencils, okay? maybe later, if you guys remind me, I'll go grab a bucket, okay? Because I've got a few of them out in the other room. Okay, so when you finish things up, not always are they going to come out perfect, okay? Because they're designed to just try to fit on whatever size pot we can make work. So I'm going to have the turquoise is going to come together again over here. So I'm going to actually use some tape and just make it work. So I'm going to tape off what was already there, and we are just going to make it fit, okay? And that's the great thing about stencils, is you can just make things fit. Okay, Priscilla, you go take care of those cows, okay? I'll still be here painting, I'm sure, when you get back. Debbie, you know what, Debbie? I only use the spray adhesive when the pattern is really delicate. Okay, hold on one second, you guys. I did forget something. I gotta go get the cord to the phone. Okay, I'll be right back. Hold on just a second. Forgive me. Okay, I'm almost back, guys. I just gotta plug this baby in so it doesn't die, okay? Oh, okay, this is way too funny. That is totally a rookie move, okay? Forgetting to plug the phone in. Okay, but the battery is not going to die now, okay? So I'm back. Okay, so question was spray adhesive. So spray adhesive to me is when the pattern is so intricate that it has so many parts that they might move on you, and it's nice to have the stencil adhesive holding all those intricate parts of the stencil design down for you so they're not moving, especially because I love to swirl. I love doing the circular motion. And doing this can move parts of the stencil. So let me get a little one here to demonstrate, okay? So this would be a good one. I have to put my hand underneath it so you can see the pattern. These are these little swirls, okay? And because you can see how delicate that is and how easy it would be for that part of the pattern to just move around, that a little stencil adhesive underneath those would keep them in position as you were actually swirling over them. So that's what I'm talking about. When you have something that's a little bit more intricate, then the spray adhesive is great. And I do have spray adhesive on this particular design. Now, that's one of the reasons I use spray adhesive, and another reason I have a tendency to use it is when you're doing more of like an embossed pattern and you're troweling a material over the top of the stencil, you can have the possibility of troweling over and lifting it up. So that is another time that I will go ahead and use the spray adhesive. Okay, so what I'm doing here is I only have 3 more little checks to do. And so I've taped off here just to remind myself not to go there, because I'm one of those people that totally forget and I do things I shouldn't do. Okay, Diane, you have 7 parrots. Oh my gosh. I used to have a parrot many, many years ago. His name was Corky, okay? And he stayed with another person, okay? Let's just say. Corky was fun, though. But yeah, that's a lot of parrots. I bet your house is noisy. Okay, so I am done with this one, because that's all I had to finish, you guys, was just the rim. So that is complete. Okay, so I'm going to put this one aside and bring back the one I put the black on. And yes, I feel, okay, that's just the way I am, that we need at least one more coat of paint here, okay? So I'm going to throw on another coat of black, and then we're going to talk about my other color options. Okay, I'm just squeezing out some of that water because I stuck it in the my water bucket. Okay. Oh, thank you, Bobby. They are so much fun. Oh my gosh. You have a house full, okay? Diane, you have a house full of animals. I have a house full of adult children, okay? I hate to call them kids anymore because none of them are kids, but I have all three of my boys at home right now, and we very seldom ever get all three of them at one time, so it's actually a blessing. And I think we have at least one girlfriend staying with us this weekend, so our house tends to be the revolving door, and whomever needs a place to stay or live seems to be living with us. So only one dog, okay? But the dog's not mine. He's the grand dog, or she's the grand dog, I'm sorry. And she's here a lot too. Okay, so I'm just brushing on my second layer of paint. And again, I'm just using the Americana Craft Acrylics. And it wouldn't have mattered, you guys. I don't care what paint I used. I'm a firm believer in putting several coats on because I love a good base coat. I don't want to be in the middle of working on my project and then go, oh my gosh, you could almost see the white primer underneath. So I have a tendency to always put on my two coats, okay? So we're going to try to pick a purple because I want to do a purple on my rim, and then I think I'm going to do some orange flowers, okay? Just because it's Halloween doesn't mean it has to be spooky. I'm just going to do Halloween colors and do something really cute. Okay, so second coat is on and drying here. And hi, Ellie, I got your message, and we will take care of your order as soon as it gets here. Yay! Okay, so I'm going to put that aside. And let's see, if you guys got questions, come on, let me know. You guys know I love the art of stenciling. So I can never get, I don't believe I can ever get enough of it, okay? It's always fun to put a little pattern and design on just about everything. Okay, I'm gonna put that out of the way for now. Okay, I'm going to, okay, what am I gonna do next? Okay, we got a couple things, but I gotta make sure I've got everything bouncing. So let's take a minute, and you guys can help me here, trying to figure out which purple color I wanna use. I've got, I think, 4 purples to choose from. I had a 5th, but it's too dark, okay? That's just too dark. That'll just blend in with the black. I want contrast. And these are my orange colors. So I gotta decide which purple I want with the orange. Because Bobby, that's why I wear an apron, is because I wipe my hands on my apron instead of my pants, okay? Okay, so what are you guys thinking, okay? I'm not sure that I like that one, so I'm gonna let that one go. Kind of like the bluer purples. So it's gonna be the whole rim and the whole inside, okay? So I'm trying to figure out if I want the lighter color on the rim, or do I like the bluer one? That one's called Purple Wave, okay? That's called Purple Wave. That is really pretty. And then this one is Pansy Lavender. Oh, I've used that a lot. But again, that one's kind of getting dark, okay? I think I want to stay with something lighter or brighter. So I think I might go with that one. It's a brand new color. So, okay, I made my decision. Wave. Oh, good. Okay, the periwinkle. Okay, that's the one I'm going for. Purple Wave. And I think that'll look great with the orange. Okay, so I got to let that pot dry. Okay, the black is drying. So now I can go back to what I just finished and start working on this one. So this one I'm going to do what's called my Crystal Clear Crackle. Sorry guys, taking a drink of water there. And let's see, I think I'm done with the black. We're done with those brushes for now. And look, I keep getting black everywhere. Okay, I'm gonna make sure that I don't end up with black on this pot. Shouldn't be working with a white pot and a black pot at the same time, okay? So just a reminder, guys, that I'm gonna do a giveaway tonight to help with the new Facebook, who knows what it is, okay? Just the Facebook stuff that always seems to be going on, okay? So I'm trying to get everybody to like and comment and share this video so that you guys will end up getting me back in your feed again, okay? Because if you don't like or comment on people's posts or videos, then you start not seeing anybody anymore, okay? So that's why I'm asking you guys to do that. And if we get 50 shares, you guys, I'm going to give away a stencil tonight, and it's going to be one of the flower pot stencils. Okay, so I'm going to talk a little bit about my crackle. So my crackle is a two-part system. You have to put down what's called a cracking size first, okay, which is a product that looks kind of milky white, okay, but it'll dry crystal clear. And this product goes on first, and then over the top of that, ooh, it is stuffy back here today, gosh. Over the top of that, I'm going to do what's called my Crystal Clear Crackle. So it is going to be completely clear. So it's kind of look like, it should look like cracked china, okay, is what I'm going for and hoping for, okay? So I'm going to just grab another brush, and we are going to just paint this on, okay, with a brush that's probably not a standout, okay. So this hasn't been opened in a while. It'd probably be a good idea for me to stir it. So let me grab a stir stick, okay? And it's a glittery stir stick, so let's make sure all that glitter is stuck. It's always a good idea if your products have sat for a little while to give them a good stir before you use them. And if you guys have any questions as I'm going, please feel free to ask, okay? So I'm going to put the camera back down so you guys can see what I'm working on. Okay, so like I said, this is the cracking size. It is the first step to doing my Crystal Clear Crackle or my Urban Crackle, because I have two different types of crackle. Crystal Clear is exactly what it says. It's completely transparent, so it's beautiful to crack over your artwork. Hi Lisa, thanks for joining. And my Urban Crackle is slightly translucent, okay? And I'm going to try to keep this on the cream only, okay? So I'm not going to put the crackle on the rim, I'm just going to put it on the base section, okay? So I'm going to have to try to cut a nice straight line, or as straight as I can, okay? But I can't go lickety-split on that line. I'm going to have to slow down and try to paint straight, okay? So the cracking size goes on. It has to dry. It actually dries relatively fast, but I'm going to be pushing it beyond, okay? I always say, even though if it feels like it's dry in maybe 15 or 20 minutes, I'm a good firm believer in making sure that you give it normally an hour or so, okay, just so that it can be really dry. but we don't have an hour to wait for this, so I will definitely, like I said, be pushing it. So just one nice thin coat, okay? It doesn't have to be on here thick. You just want to have 100% coverage. And again, I'm having to try to maintain a straight line on that one edge. Okay, I'm just trying to, and sometimes it's hard, you guys, because it is clear. I mean, even though it looks milky white, it dries perfectly clear. So I'm just making sure that it's shiny everywhere, because that's pretty much my only indication that I have that I got 100% coverage right now. Okay, so I'm going to keep this pot flipped over now and let the cracking size dry and see how my other pot is doing. So what else? There was other things I needed to show. I was going to share with you guys. So yes, I feel like I've been gone for a while. We took a little trip. Okay, we did a little 3-day Mexico cruise, which was fun and relaxing. And because we live in California, it's, you know, and Southern California, you can, I mean, it's a 20-minute drive for us to get to a ship here. Okay, it's quite convenient, and they don't go very far. Okay. We went to Ensenada and back, and that was it. So I took an extra day off. So instead of taking off the holiday weekend, which was over a week ago, okay, I took off last weekend instead and took my 3-day holiday. Okay, so I've got that one drying. Our cracking size is drying. Our black is drying. I know what purple I'm going to use. So now we got to decide on a stencil. And I was thinking that it'd be fun to do something that's just whimsical. Okay, I'm going to put the camera down and maybe you guys can see these. Okay, I'm going to turn them towards you. So these are all my flower pot designs. This is my catalog. Okay, and I was just thinking something fun and whimsical, and I can hodgepodge things. I can take you know, flowers from this design and mix it with the rim from that design, because I have all the stencils. Okay, so I can do a lot of different things. So, but I was thinking just fun and whimsical with orange flowers, and I think I might even go for what's called girlies flowers. Those are so cute, and I think that's the one I might go for. Okay, but you can see, oh, or maybe the daisy flowers. The daisy flowers might be really cute too. So we'll have to see which one we can find first, okay? So I'm going to dig through while everything is drying here. This is my huge bag of stencils, and we have them in numbered category in here so that we can actually try to find things. So yes, I own a lot of copies. We've done tons and tons of classes with the flower pot stencils, so we have a tremendous amount of copies out. Okay, so I'm either going to go for 91, so it's easiest to find them by number, or 75. Okay, girlies is in here, so maybe I'll just find girlies. And I know those will be cute. So that's 175. Okay, so it's a 2-part stencil. So I found overlay 1. I just now need to find overlay number 2. Okay, now if I can't find overlay number 2, we might have to choose another one. Okay, so I found, okay, I have to keep looking because all the parts aren't in there like it should be. Never a dull moment around here, you guys, okay? So yes, I'm letting you guys kind of be participants of all parts of this, okay? So helping me pick out a stencil, helping me find a stencil. I wish somebody was over here to help me find the stencil, okay? That'd make my life easier. So we might go with the other pattern if I can find the other pattern. Oh, we could also do those flowers too. Those are cute as could be. Okay, maybe we'll just do that one. Yeah, we will. Okay, we'll keep it simple. Okay, we found something cute. And we're going to get this pile put away now. Okay, so now I even have a stencil picked out. So that will be ready to go. Oh, this is going to be so cute. Okay, that'll be fun. Fun with little orange flowers, okay? Oh yeah, so many choices. I know, Bobby, it's crazy, okay? Okay, that one's drying. Let's see how we're doing here. Okay, I know my black's not probably completely dry, but I think it's dry enough that I can turn it over now and go for the purple, because we've got to get the purple on here. So now you can tell why I've been doing multiple pots at once, okay? So if you guys haven't yet, make sure you hit your share button for me and give us a share so that we can start to even reach some more people, and that make sure that you guys will get to see us as well. So hi Tammy, it's good to see you on here. Okay, so I'm going to start on the inside, and like I said, because I'm turning this into a Halloween candy pot, okay, I am painting 100% of this because we are just going to let this be our candy bowl for all the trick-or-treaters. And we don't get too many of them in our neighborhood. So doing a flower pot was perfect size for me. Oh yes, when you guys share, make sure you come back here and indicate you shared so that you're entered in the contest tonight, because I'm giving away one of my flower pot stencils. And you guys saw how many adorable designs there are, okay? So you want to get entered in that. The only requirement is that I get 50 shares, so make sure you share, share, share. And that more people might see it and more people might share. Okay, I'm hoping that black is dry. We might have to get the blower dryer out for a second or two. And the other thing that's wonderful is this purple I picked, you guys, is beautiful. What did I call it? It's called Purple Wave, okay? It's by Deco Art. But it's also covers really well, okay? I love it when I pick a color that covers well, because sometimes you get a color and it's like, oh, it's not covering that well, and it just takes forever to get it covered. Okay, so here's the trickier part, that you want to kind of hold on to this, and I want to see if I can do this where you guys can see it. I'm going to try to paint my straight line, which I'm going to let the purple go over the black, okay? So that way I get a nice perfect edge there, okay? Instead of trying to meet the two colors together, just let them overlap. And that seems to be the best way and the easiest way to get a nice clean edge, okay? And I'm gonna have one finger that's purple and one that's black, I think. Okay, so I decided I cannot talk and paint a straight line at the same time, okay? So forgive me if I'm quiet a little bit while I'm doing this, okay? It's one of those things where you almost feel like you can't even breathe when you're trying to paint a straight line. And you're gonna have to do this twice, okay? Because the purple's not gonna be opaque enough with just one layer. So you're definitely gonna have to do it twice. So if I don't get it perfect, I can always come back and try to make that line a little straighter if I have to. And it's not too bad, okay? Oh, thank you. Doesn't that look good together? That's gonna be fun. Yeah, this is a fun time of year when you can do stuff like this. This is going to be so cute. Okay, I need a little bit more paint. So pour some more out and get this going here. Okay, Cheryl, I'm really not a lefty. I'm a righty, okay? And I'll explain why. It's because I don't flip the camera around because it makes it look backwards to me. So everybody thinks I'm a lefty, but I truly am a righty, okay? So everything is backwards to you guys, not to me. Sorry about that. I think everybody that's ever watched me really does think I'm just left-handed, but that's okay. My mother actually is ambidextrous. She can use both hands, and I'm so jealous. Okay, so, I mean, it takes a few minutes, you guys, to do this, but look how quick I've got. Hold on. I'm telling you, you can't talk and paint a straight line at the same time. I'm doing much better when I'm quiet. But you can do these so quick, okay? We used to sell a lot of them, and even when we'd do a lot of our classes, sometimes we'd go ahead and do the base coating for the students so they didn't have to do the base coat. They just come in and do the stenciling, which was really a treat for them, okay? Okay, so we've got a really fun combination started here, you guys. That is gonna be so awesome. Okay, we're gonna let that purple dry, and I'm gonna move a fan back this direction. I think that's going to blow over here a little bit better and possibly dry that pot faster for me, okay? So are there any questions I missed here, you guys? I know I'm trying to kind of keep an eye on things as, oh, Jane, I just saw that you're on here. Awesome. So Jane is one of my retailers, you guys, and she carries just about everything. She's awesome, okay? So Jane, make sure that if you're still on here with me, that you put your location so everybody can find you. And Tammy, I think I said hello to you. I sure hope you're home and doing better. We've been praying for you. So it's always nice to just have your community on here and be able to just talk with you guys. You realize that I feel like I've gotten to know so many of you, and some of you I've never met. Now, I've met Jane. Jane's awesome. She came here to my studio and played with me for about 3 days when we did a retailer boot camp, which was a ton of fun, okay? Awesome, awesome. You make sure you check out Jane if she's in your neck of the woods, okay? Because we love sending our customers to our retailers first. If you don't have a retailer close to you, then come find us on the website. But we want you to make sure that you go and see our retailers. Okay, so I'm going to test. Oh, we're still pretty wet here, okay? I got to get to a firm tack on this one. Okay, so I might have to get a blow dryer out. I'm pushing, okay? Pushing here. Okay, so it might just have to be a little chit-chat time, okay? And talk about some different things and answer your questions, okay? Now, as I was talking about, the Crystal Clear Crackle is 2-part, and I have the cracking size down on the pot. So this is the part that we're waiting for it to dry. It's gonna dry to like what I call a firm tack, but right now I still feel like it's a wet tack. And I got this fan. I think it's actually gonna do pretty good now. Or let me move it over to the corner, okay? So it can hit it even stronger. I'll move my water bucket and we'll put that one right there. So hopefully that'll dry faster. And the good old purple pot, we're gonna move that over here too, okay? We're just gonna make sure it's in the middle of the windstorm. But we wanna be careful and not let anything fall, okay? I got things stacked around that corner now, so I can't hit the table by accident. Okay, so what else everybody been doing, okay? I've been sharing a little bit about what we've been doing. And also, we opened our new group, okay, which is the Roller Queens Inner Circle. And I know there's a few of you that have already joined that, but if you haven't, you might want to check it out. It's all about rollers, okay? So it's totally roller obsessed people like me, okay? And a special group where I'll be teaching in there once a month. And have the opportunity to teach you guys a new finish every month and have some incredible support for everybody that is working with the rollers and all their projects and everything that you're doing with them, okay? I'll put that link in here for anybody that's interested. But we've been having a ton of fun. I get to teach in there for the first time this Friday. So I'm totally excited about that. Jane, eventually, okay, eventually we will do the paint roller in there. But to start with, it's going to be all the foamy rollers, so all the red rubber rollers, okay? Oh, Diane, I sure will, okay? I usually have my daughter on here with me, and I know she's probably doing something else, okay? She always is great about posting my links for me. But yes, Jane, eventually I'll put some of the stamping rollers in the group here and there as like even a bonus training, okay? So we've got a couple minutes here. You guys are going to have to start asking some questions here, okay? And Diane, I'll post the link for you directly to your name so that you can find it. I just can't do it while I'm here on video, okay? No typing for me. Who knows what I do with my phone. I've learned a long time ago, when I'm on live, don't touch the screen, okay? Because bad things happen, okay? It just all of a sudden seems like this comes up or that comes up, or all of a sudden you can't see me, okay? So we try to leave the screen alone. But that is what's happening on Friday here, is that my training in the Roller Queen workshop. And if there's anybody new on here so far tonight, you guys, I'm trying to do a giveaway, okay? Then the giveaway is to help our reach and to help make sure that you guys see us in your feed if you want to always know what's going on, because Facebook just keeps making it more and more difficult for all of us, okay? Wouldn't you love to see everybody that you have as a friend and every business that you have liked actually come through your feed? I would, okay? Because then it's to a point of like, I like so many different companies, but I start to kind of get lost because I don't ever see them anymore. So it's really important now for anybody, okay? So not just even my company, but any company that you want to try to see on a more continuous base, you need to like, comment, and share, okay? Or at least do one of the three. And then Facebook is supposed to be being nicer again about putting those particular companies and people back into your feed so you see them. Tracy, thanks for joining. So if you guys want to help me out, hit your share button, tell me that you shared, and I'm going to enter you guys into a drawing tonight or sometime tomorrow probably, but we normally give the videos like 24 hours, okay? And I'm going to give away one of my flower pot stencils, okay? So it's going to be a lucky, lucky winner. Yes, oh gosh, I'm so glad we got some questions here. When you are done with the flower pot, so when I'm completely done with both of these that I'm working on, I will seal them, okay? Because it's just craft acrylic paints that I'm using. I want it to stay as nice as I possibly can. So I'll probably just use the Proceed clear coat that I have, or whatever clear coat you have will work. And actually that's just a really good point, okay? This one here for my Halloween pot, I painted the entire thing inside and out. So obviously I'm using it as a container versus going to plant anything in it. And I'll seal it 100% too. So that way it'll be sealed completely inside and out. Now I'm gonna put candy in here, but I'm gonna put wrapped candy in here. If I was gonna put something that was not wrapped, I most likely would probably also put a napkin in here first and not have the food touch the sealer. But the thing is, once your flower pots are done and you've allowed the products to dry for 30 days, okay, I know it's a long, long time, guys, but after 30 days, everything that is in that material is supposed to dry and harden and should not be able to contaminate anything else, okay? Now, I probably wouldn't want to just put my bread in here, but normally if I do use them for serving containers and I put bread in, I'm always putting a nice big napkin in first, and that way I can cover it up and keep it warm. but they're fun to do for so many different occasions. Okay, we're drying a little bit better now that I got my wind tunnel going, okay? Oh, believe me, Lori, I can't wait to see that finished one either, okay? I'm trying to do better at getting back here more often, because the more often I get back here, guys, the more I get done, okay? And that, to me, is awesome. If I could either duplicate myself or just find one more team member, okay? I need a new team member around here. We need somebody to take over my accounting. It's just too much. I'm tired of it. Okay, I'm still pretty tacky, okay? It's definitely wetter than I would want it to really be. Like I said, I'm gonna push, okay? But I'm gonna go ahead and put the crystal clear on here. We'll put it back in the wind tunnel and see if we get some cracking. Oh, on the Halloween one, Jane, I'm using, okay, I want to tell you guys the name, okay? So I don't want to just lift up the stencil, okay? I'm going to tell you what the name is. This one's called Wild Posies, okay? So if somebody's really looking for it, you can search under Wild Posies, or it's number 190, okay? So I thought that would be really, really cute with orange flowers all over the place. Okay, so I'm going to push this pot beyond what it should be doing, okay? I would rather this be at a firm tack instead of a wet tack, but we're gonna see. So I'm gonna put the camera back down. Okay, now this one is called the Crystal Clear Crackle. Now you guys can all see it. Everything is backwards to you, okay? Because I know you can't read it because it's backwards. But this is one of my own products, as well as the cracking size. And we will make sure there are some links on here for you guys that you can easily find stuff, okay? Because I hate when you go into a website and you can't easily find something, so I'll actually put direct links for you. And I really always try to do that, because I went to somebody's website the other day and I couldn't maneuver around it at all. I mean, it was just really frustrating, and I hope nobody ever does that or gets that way on my website, okay? Hold on a second. I'm gonna go ahead and read here for a second. Oh, Juana. Another good question, and I was going to address it, and my mind went the other way. Okay, so this pot here, I didn't paint the inside of it, because I figured this one would possibly be a container, okay? Or not a container, but could be a flower pot, so you could actually plant in this. Okay, now I got paper blowing everywhere. The fan's working really good. So you can, ew, I'm getting stuff that's getting stuck in there. You can plant in this, but you still have to seal the terracotta 100%. So even though I didn't paint in there, you need to top coat every tiny square inch of this pot, okay? Do not allow it to breathe ever again. And I know we're taking away one of the properties of why we love terracotta pots, because they absorb your water, they breathe, your plants are normally healthy in them. But if you do not seal the inside of it and you plant in here, and you allow the water to absorb into that terracotta, I'll guarantee you it'll push the paint off the outside, okay? And you don't want that to happen after you've done all this work on your flower pots. So you have to seal 100% of it. And I've heard, okay, I'm not a real big plant person. I just don't have a green thumb, okay? Send me flowers, cut flowers, because they're just gonna die and I get to throw them away. Okay, send me a plant. Don't make me try to keep something alive. I think I don't know if they're called rocks, but there's a lot of people will put more stuff into the bottom to give it more of like a drainage, okay? That's what I've heard works better, and I don't know technically, because like I said, I'm not a gardener. I did, Jane, this has the cracking size on it, so that's kind of what I'm like waiting for it to dry a little bit more. So this has the cracking size, which dries to a pretty firm tack, okay? It normally has a really, really low tack when it's dry enough to go forward. And I'm pushing it because right now it kind of feels more like foil adhesive. It has definitely a stick, okay? But, you know, okay, I just looked at the lid and made sure it says cracking size, okay? because foil adhesive and cracking size look almost identical. But they do two different things. So I'm just kind of waiting for that to dry a little bit more. But great question there, you guys, okay? Because I want you to be successful with your pots. I don't want you to watch my video, create a pot, and then plant in it and go, well, that didn't work because all the paint popped off the outside. Because that would be a real pisser, okay? Okay, so I'm gonna put the camera back down. You guys keep the questions coming. This is awesome. And thank you guys for the shares. Hi, Amy. It's so great to see you on here. Okay, so we're doing step 2. Step 2 is the Crystal Clear Crackle. And I'm gonna let you guys look in the can, okay? This is also one of those milky white looking products, but this one's thicker, okay? The size is pretty liquid, where the Crystal Clear Crackle, you can see the fan blowing, okay? You can see that stream. It's thicker, okay? And it has a little bit more of, I don't want to say a glue look to it, kind of like a glue look, okay? But it is definitely thicker. And you want to brush it on. Sorry, I've got to lift this up so I can get my hand over there. Brush it on to where you have just a nice even coat, okay? I don't want you guys to thin it out so thin that you barely have any product, because to have cracking, you have to have a chemical reaction, which is between the Crystal Clear Crackle and the cracking size, okay? And if you don't have any product on there, you're just really not gonna have any cracks. So, I'm going to do a little trick here, and this is a nice little trick and a little tip, you guys, because this is going to save me. I'm going to put a piece of tape right where I'm starting. And which direction? Okay, I'm going to go the other way. So I'm going to put that right here. So I'm going to make sure I got the product all the way to that point, because I'm going that way, okay? That way I know where I have gone to, because this is going to be hard to see, because it is crystal clear. Even though I'm showing you guys it looks kind of white, okay? But even when you brushing it on, it is almost perfectly clear, okay? It should be a little bit shinier, but not much, okay? And I'm keeping it on the base section. I'm not putting it on the rim. So I'm still cutting that line right underneath the rim area. But what's wonderful about this is it's a clear crackle, okay? I'm able to crack over my artwork. You could crack over decoupage. You could crack over just your freehand, your stenciling. And you don't have to have it over anything, but you know, it's kind of cool to add another layer of interest and do a crackle finish over something you've already done. Just adding another layer of interest, okay? So I'm just getting on one full coat, trying to get it all the way around. And the only thing, I mean, if you get it on too thin, so say an area, especially up next to my rim, because I'm trying to cut that, you know, a nice straight line, if it got on there really, really thin, it just means that the cracks are going to be really tiny, okay? So it's not like it's going to be, you know, a huge, horrible loss. It's just going to be real, real fine cracking in that one area. And you don't want to put it on too thick, okay? So, like I said, it's just like a nice, even application. And sometimes you just have to work with things a little bit and do a couple of samples to understand how much product to put on. Crackle is one thing that I have, in my painting career, have become obsessed with at one point in time. And so I used to make tons of samples where I would put the size on, and once the size was on, I would put I'd wait for that to dry and get to a firm tack and put another layer of cracking size on, which what I refer to as double size. And with the double size, let's see if I can get my lid back on, wait for that to completely dry, and then come back and put my cracking over the top. So the size, how many layers of size you have, and how thick you apply the cracking, the Crystal Clear Crackle, determines the size of the islands, okay? So if you have one coat of cracking size and one really thin coat of Crystal Clear, the cracking is going to be so tiny it almost need a magnifying glass to see it, or maybe those that have better eyes than me would be able to see it, but it's going to be really, 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 really tiny, okay? If I have one coat of cracking size and a nice coat of the Crystal Clear Crackle, I'm going to have nice size cracks, okay? And there's no way that you're going to get it on there perfectly even, so there is going to be definitely highs and lows, which means there's just going to be areas that have some larger and smaller cracks. To me, that's the beauty of cracking, is that I love the inconsistency of the consistency, okay? That you get a little bit of everything. Because none of us with human application can apply something at a perfect level, okay? So you'll have areas that are going to have a little bit thinner product and areas that have a little thicker product. That means smaller cracks and bigger cracks. And they're all going to look beautiful together, okay? So I put that back in front of the fan, okay, so it can continue to dry a little bit. And hi, Sunny, we haven't seen you on here in a long time. Thanks for joining. Okay, let's make sure my surface is dry and somewhat clean, because I'm going to go ahead and, even though I know I need another coat of purple, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and start my stenciling. And even though I've got start my stenciling on my base, I can always put another coat of purple on later, okay? Because I want to show you guys how these cute little things work. And I'm going to have to put, okay, I'm going to put, just putting this, it's the base to the other flower pot. I'm putting that there so that my pot doesn't roll off the table. Okay, I'm going to bring you guys back down so you can see, and continue to ask whatever questions you guys need, okay? So this is a 2 overlay stencil, meaning there are 2 sheets to it. The flowers are on one and the leaves are on the second. And I always love to know where all the elements are going, okay? So if you put both of the overlays together, now you can see where the leaves are going to be as well as the flowers. And not so much that I need to know that when I'm first positioning the first repeat, but as you start to move this around the pot, then you're going to want to see both the leaves and the flowers and know where everything is at. Okay, so I'm going to grab 2 things. I thought 2 things. What was those 2 things? I'm going to get tape. And there was something else I was going to get. Oh, dang it. It's amazing how quickly the memory goes, okay? Oh, green. I was going to get green paint. Okay, so tape and green paint. That's Gulch green. Let's see, jade green. Oh, I think I got some Lighthouser green out here. Okay, I do. Okay, so we've got some green paint as well for the leaves, but we definitely needed some tape. Hi, Christina, how are you? Okay, this is another one of my retailers, and Christina, make sure that you put a link on here to your location as well in case somebody is looking for some product on your side of the coast, okay? Okay, so what I'm doing here is I still have the stencils lined up. Overlay number 1 is underneath, overlay number 2 is on top, and that way I can see the entire design. And I'm just going to go ahead and position this. And that way I can tape it down immediately, okay, because the tape is on the first stencil, the overlay number 1. And being on a black background, okay, I'm trying to make sure this is laying flat, okay. This is a really, really short pot. But it's just make sure, the one key, you guys, is just make sure that they're laying as flat as possible, because that way you don't have any little bumps into the stencil where it's wanting to come up. Oh, that's perfect. Thank you, Christina. Okay, now I'm going to go, I think, for... Ooh. Okay. we're going to test out a couple of these oranges, okay? I think I'm going to go for one of the brighter ones. We have Orange Flame and Pumpkin. Now that's actually called Pumpkin, okay? So I think we're going to try both of these colors and see which one I like best. Since it's called Pumpkin, I guess I have to try that one as well. And though for anybody that has joined us recently on this live, make sure that you guys hit your share button and share this video with all of your friends and family. And if you guys do, you'll get entered into a drawing tonight because I'm going to give away one of my flower pot stencils. Okay, so we're going to test out Pumpkin first to see how much we like it. Okay, and I think I'm going to pounce just because I always find that when I'm on a dark background, sometimes pouncing, I don't know, let's see. Sometimes pouncing covers quicker, okay? And you can see that that's not going to cover in one coat, okay? Definitely not. But let's check out both of these orange colors. And the other one was called Orange Flame. Not sure. I think I kind of like Pumpkin better, even though it's so light. And I know I'm going to have to do 2 coats. You know what? I think we might just mix a little Pumpkin and Orange Flame together, and that might be my perfect color, okay? Let's see. But working on a dark, dark surface like this, I do find you're going to need more than 1 coat to get enough coverage. Otherwise, they're going to look... Okay, I'm gonna let you guys peek here, okay? I'm keeping my fingers on the Mylar so I don't lose my position, okay? But I want them to pop more than that, okay? Because those don't even really look that orange to me yet. So it might take a couple of coats before they're orange enough. Now, another trick that you can do so that the black doesn't influence your color is you can stencil them white first, okay? Which will neutralize the background color. And then come back and put the orange over the top, and it will be a bright orange and be a more true orange than how the black is kind of absorbing the color. So for anybody that has joined me late, okay, I'm kind of working on a couple different pots, trying to get some things finished here so that I have something cute for Halloween, and show you that even though we really do not have a Halloween stencil, we're still making a Halloween pot, okay? And this is going to be our candy dish for the little trick-or-treaters, okay? So I am mixing the 2 colors together. So if you want to know what color this is, it's the Pumpkin and Orange Flame mixed together on the palette. And I'll have to tell you guys that these are just so much fun to make. This has always been one of my favorite projects out of all my little craft projects that I've done. The pots or the buckets, okay? I'm not sure which one's more fun to do, but we don't have a ton of trick-or-treaters, so I'm okay with a small flower pot for our candy dish, because that way I will buy less candy. I will eat less candy because I know there's going to be leftover, and that's all a good thing. If you have a neighborhood that you get a ton of trick-or-treaters, then I'd go for a bucket, okay? I think the bucket would be so adorable and give you a bigger container, okay, for all your trick-or-treaters. So has anybody actually thought what they're going to be for Halloween, okay? Since we're on the Halloween subject here, I haven't even looked. I'm always, I'm so bad. I'm always last minute. I wish I was more organized than that, but I'm not always that organized. But last year we went to a party, and it's not always easy to get my other half to humor me and dress up for stuff like this. So we went as Jack and Coke, okay? And it was an easy costume. I'll have to see if I can find the pictures and post the pictures because it was so cute. I just wore a Coca-Cola t-shirt, had some Coke bottles with me, and I got the red shoes. I decked it out as much as I could, and then I had him a Jack Daniels t-shirt, okay, and a Jack Daniels baseball cap, and he had little tiny bottles of Jack. So we had our drink with us, okay? So anybody been figuring out what they're going to be for Halloween? Okay, so is there any first-time stencilers on here? So that I should, again, give you guys some more instruction, okay? So they're starting to get what I'd call more orange, okay? So what I do is go from one end to the other end. By the time I come back here, you guys, because I'm using acrylics, it's dried fast enough that I could put another layer on. But before I do, I'm gonna peek, okay? And I'm gonna see if we are happy with that or not, okay? I'm almost thinking I want one more coat, okay? This is driving me nuts. Because I just really want them to be bright and cheerful, okay? So let's see what one more coat's gonna do. Okay, now like I said, might have been easier to paint them white first. And that way, you wouldn't have to go over them as many times because the black is definitely coming through and influencing the color. So let's see how my, I don't know, I'm starting to lose count. You guys, how many times have I gone across here? I'm sure this is at least 3 or 4 times. Now, it's still a small stencil. It's not like it's going to take you 20 minutes to do one section. If I was not here live on Facebook, most likely would be hitting it with a blow dryer and being Speedy Gonzalez and getting through as many layers as I could, as fast as I could. Let's see if even pouncing maybe can pull on a little bit more color. But more ideas, you guys. The flower pots. We are getting into the holiday season. They're wonderful as a centerpiece on your tables. They are great for gift baskets because you can theme your whole gift and actually put the gift inside the basket and wrap it, and it's all a gift and basket in one. And that's always so cute to do. But if you check out these flower pots, if you guys do furniture and you do anything that is smaller and you're looking for just a little bit of whimsy added to it, these are great to use. They're just charming. That's a good word for it. They're just charming. But there are a lot of options. So if you go to the website and start, and you guys probably are, you might be listening to me and over on the white website shopping. Just check out, because there should be a whole flower pot collection page where you can just pull them up and look at all of them, okay? So they really are cute. Okay, I'm going to indicate I am done with that section, okay? And yes, it took a few layers, but that is going to be cute, cute, cute. Okay, I'm happy with that. Okay, now I was telling you guys, okay, it's starting to look like Halloween now. That I like to bounce, okay? And once I have the flowers on here, you definitely want to make sure you go to the second overlay next. And I'm going to tell you mainly why. And you guys will all thank me for this tip. But if you scatter a whole bunch more of these around here, you're not going to have any idea where the leaves line up, and it'll take you forever to figure it out. So it's best to do overlay 1 and then do overlay 2, okay? So I'm lined up the stencils, trying to make sure that they're perfectly lined up. Okay, I'm going to put this over the top. I'm going to match it up to the flowers that I painted, okay? And I'm going to push the tape down. And I pushed both down, okay? But I can release overlay 1 and overlay 2 is in position, okay? That is how I line them up. It just is the easiest way I've ever found to do it. And if by chance I think I'm a little off, I can always do a slight adjustment, okay? I am going to now use a light green, and I'm hoping that this will pop faster than the orange did, you guys. If you're just joining, thank you so much. I appreciate you being here. And hi, Emily. It's nice to see you as well. I am just working on some flower pots. I have got another one over here drying. Oh my gosh, it's cracking, you guys. Okay, I'm going to show you guys in a minute. Woohoo! So I'm working on a couple different flower pots. And make sure, if you haven't yet, hit your share button, guys. And that way you will always be able to see me in your feed. Hopefully you guys want to, okay? Hopefully you want to see my videos and my posts. We try to share good stuff. We should try to make sure our content is relevant and is good content and will hopefully inspire somebody to do something creative. And that's what it's all about around here, okay? Is finding something creative to do and giving yourself that enjoyment in life. And that's another thing. Someday this week, okay? I know I don't have a lot of days left, okay? But I also have the weekend, which I'm working the weekend because I took last weekend off. I am going to talk about my why. And it's really been something that's been heavy on my heart, and part of just what I really want to share with you guys is why I do what I do. And I think understanding your why, knowing your why, and sharing your why with other people is a good thing. So be prepared. I'm going to do just a chit chat Facebook sometime this week before the weekend is over, okay? And talk about my why. Okay, so I'm gonna lift and let you guys peek so that you can always see. And this is something I love to do and I love to teach everybody to do. Is lift and look and check it out. See if you like the way it looks before you go any further, okay? Now my green has gotten absorbed again by that black, so I'm gonna put a second layer on, okay? But if I peek and I keep my fingers in position and hold that stencil down, I can easily line it back up and be able to not have to worry about, like, if you take it completely off and then you're trying to realign it, it's a pain in the butt, okay? That's all I can say. But I think I was starting to tell you guys, if you're just tuned in, if you haven't been watching the whole time, which God bless you if you have, okay? I'm doing another giveaway, guys, because we want your likes, your comments, and your shares. And if we get 50 shares tonight, I will give away one of the flower pot stencils. So somebody hopefully is going to be a lucky winner and get a great little flower pot stencil to use. So just make sure that you comment that you have shared so that we can enter you into the drawing, because that's the only way we're going to know, okay? Don't assume that we know you shared. Just make sure you type it in here, okay? You've got to comment that you did it. So, oh, I know what else I was going to tell you guys. We've got a big class coming in here next week. So, if any of you have ever wanted to come and take a full workshop with me, okay, look how cute you guys, okay? My whimsical Halloween candy dish, okay, coming alive here. But if you guys have ever wanted to come and take a workshop with me, we have a 3-day hands-on workshop coming up next week. We still have, I think, 1 or 2 spots left. If you're interested in coming and hanging out, we would love to have you, okay? So I'll put a post on here for that as well. Okay, so now I got to decide, okay, where I'm going to put this. And so I'm going to eliminate this particular flower right here. And the reason being is when I lift this up, you're most likely going to see how we would have some overlap if I didn't, okay? So this one was getting too close to the other flowers. So I'm just going to eliminate it. And because I want to remember that that's what I'm doing, I'm taping it off, okay? So now I can do my next repeat. And that's how you continually repeat it around. Okay, so now when you get to the end, you're just gonna fill in however many flowers are gonna fit. It's not gonna be another full repeat, so you just make it fit. That way, when I designed these stencils, there was no way that I was gonna design, that would be like making clothing, okay? Design a different size flower pot stencil to fit on a different size flower pot. So we make them work, okay? I've used these on everything from the 8.5-inch ferns to the taller ones to big pots to tiny little tiny pots, okay? So you just make them work. You use whatever part of the stencil you can use and just have fun with it. Okay, I'll keep working on this. I think you guys kind of got the gist, okay? And I'm going to show you, okay, I'm gonna make sure we're not rolling, okay? Tables just add a little bit of an angle. Oh, I hope you guys can see this. This looks amazing. Now it's not completely dry, okay? But can you see the cracking on there? Oh my gosh, it looks perfect. And this, you guys, is the Crystal Clear Crackle. I keep moving it around, hoping that you guys are able to see that cracking, okay? And there's parts of here that I know are still not cracked, okay? But that is a fabulous, fabulous crackle finish. And a couple of things about this. You guys saw that I brushed back and forth and brushed back and forth and brushed back and forth. You can't ruin this one. You can't really screw this crackle up, you guys. It is so amazing to work with. Now, if I want to leave this as a real cute, okay, I want to make sure I'm not touching anything I shouldn't, just a real simple, like China crackle look, I can leave it like this. Now, if I want to make the cracks more visible, okay? So let's say I can take a little bit of glaze, and it doesn't have to be much, and I could even make a blue glaze, okay, that would match the flower pot, okay? I can make a little bit of a blue glaze. I can make a little bit of a green glaze. I can make any color glaze I want, or I could stay with an umber and just kind of age it, and then the glaze will get stuck in the cracks, and that way you'll see the cracks way better. So it kind of depends on what you want. Right now it just kind of looks like old china, okay, that has that real crystal clear crackle over the top of it. And again, like I said, I'm going to have everything from small cracks to big cracks. So I'll try to take some really good photos of this and even post them here in the thread that you guys can see how that looks when it's completely finished. Hopefully the camera's showing you guys pretty well. Let me put this down and see. Can you guys see that when it's down like that? And hey, Maury, thanks for joining. And hi, Sharon, thank you for the share. Or is it better if I put it right in front of the camera and let you guys see it? It's so hard to tell with the reflection because it's still shiny, okay? But that was simple, okay? 2 coats, okay? Cracking size, crystal clear crackle, boom, you got a beautiful crackle. So, like I was saying, it's gorgeous over all your artwork. It's beautiful over decoupage. I mean, anything that you create, you could always put a crystal clear crackle over the top of it. So another way to create more layers, okay? And yes, I'm kind of the layer girl. I feel if it looks great now, it might look even better with another layer. Okay, I'm gonna let you guys go. And I appreciate you all for hanging in with me and hanging out. It's so great to have a chance to just kind of chit chat, talk, and hang out at my studio for a while with you. I will post completed pictures, okay, as I get these done, and hopefully you guys, I have inspired you to make yourself a cute Halloween planter. This is my candy jar, okay. You might be able to use it throughout the whole season. You can use it as a table decoration as well. So lots of things you can do with these. You guys, thank you again. Have a blessed evening, and I'll be back this week, okay? Like I said, I got to stay out of the office for a while and come back here and play a little bit more this week. So I will be back. Thank you guys. Talk to you soon.